Hello everyone, welcome to Maven's Haven. What we're going to do today is draft an entire team from the Rule 5 draft. We're going to take a team, dump their entire Major League roster, and then rebuild it using only Rule 5 draft picks. That's 26 Major Leaguers from cast-offs of other teams. We'll see how they do. Okay, first we need to pick a team. Let's go with the Orioles. They have a great logo and a terrible team, so maybe we can outperform their actual roster. Alright, first season doesn't matter, so we're just going to zip through this. Rule 5 draft isn't until December, and that's where we'll meet our actual team. Okay, so the way the Rule 5 draft works, for those of you that don't know, is that players that are with an organization for a certain amount of time, but haven't been added to the 40-man roster, become available to all other teams in the Rule 5 draft. If you pick a player, you have to stick that player on your 26-man MLB roster for the whole year. Otherwise, you have to offer them back to their original team. So the players that we pick are the players that we're stuck with. Okay, so the season is over and the Orioles have finished a predictable 71-91. That'll be our mark to beat going forward. Let's take a look at who actually made the playoffs, check out who wins it all, and then we'll get on with our draft. Yankees take the East with 106 wins, our lowly Orioles in last place. The Cleveland baseball team, formerly known as the Indians, take the Central, and Trout leads the Angels to a division title out west. The Astros and Twins will battle it out for the wild card. Braves take the NL East and the Phillies grab a wild card while the Cubs dominate the Central with 101 wins. Dodgers take the West with the Padres grabbing the second wild card spot. Two best teams in baseball right there. Though, oh my God, 120 wins? I gotta see that team. Hold on a second. 120 wins? That's insane. What does that lineup look like? If they lose, there's something crazy going on. So here we are in Game 7, Astros-Dodgers, in a rematch of the 2017 World Series. Let's see if the Dodgers can enact their revenge. And they do. So Dodgers win the 2020 World Series as they did in real life. Okay, so in order to participate in the Rule 5 draft, we're going to need to clear out a lot of space on our roster. We need 26 empty spots on our 40-man roster, and that way we can fill those spots with 26 draftees. All right, now we've got our roster down to 10 men, so we have plenty of room for the Rule 5 draft. What we need to do now is just sim to December and start the Rule 5 draft. Alright, so our Rule 5 draft is going to be 26 rounds as we are going to field an entire Major League team from it, but I put something special together for the first 10 rounds. Hope you enjoy it.
And welcome everyone to the MLB draft presented by T-Mobile. All 30 GMs in their personal homes, video conferencing with their colleagues. They get set for an action-packed night coming your way right here live inside Studio 21. It's Greg Am sitting with my good friends Harold Reynolds and our resident GM Dan O'Dowd. This is just such an exciting night.
With the first selection, the Baltimore Orioles select
Aaron Bobra.
Well, if you like video game numbers, you're going to love this guy. Harold, you've been a big fan of him. You've been talking about him leading up to the draft.
I love this kid. The thing I like about him, I think he's got a swing that's ready to go and continue to advance and not have problems. This guy's going to hit and hit early. I see you up there, Mr. Mayo. What are your thoughts on where he's at, and what do you think of him?
It's shocking you like a middle infielder who can hit, Harold. You know, I think you nailed it. He can really hit advanced approach. I don't know that he plays shortstop long term, but even if he's over at second base, he'll be above average at second, and he's just going to match and put up numbers.
Jonathan Mayo, thank you. Time to find out who the Orioles are taking at number 2. Back to the podium we go.
with the second selection, the Baltimore Orioles select
Cameron Meisner.
He's a player who MLB.com calls the best pure hitter in this draft.
Lean, athletic outfielder. I believe he can stay in center field. Solid average runner, plus arm. Guy can just flat out hit. I had a taller version of Benintendi. That's kind of the number I put, the comp I put on him. I think he's that kind of hitting ability.
And scouts have really loved his hit ability. Power is still a question, right? Some people don't know if he's going to be a 25 homer guy.
I'm a big hitters like this usually hit for power. They get stronger. They learn how to sit in counts. They learn their swing a little bit better.
As we're getting closer and closer to finding out the third overall pick, back to the podium we go.
With the third selection, the Baltimore Orioles select
Jordan Malway.
Wow. Expect the unexpected. Congratulations to him. Al Leiter standing by in Studio 42. The first pitcher
selected. I love it. Everybody likes a big pitcher, 6'4", 6'5"-ish. Talking about guys with great stuff that aren't 6'5". This is an alpha male type guy. Fastball plus to upwards of close to 100 miles an hour. So he does have that tough thing. He is big league ready with respect to elite arm. This guy can throw the baseball. Yeah, his stuff is huge. Al Leiter, thank you. Up next, the fourth selection. Back to the podium.
With the fourth selection, the Baltimore Orioles select
Bryce Denton.
Scouts love his bat speed. Oh, he's got confidence. My goodness, can he crush a baseball? This is a kid you got a chance to see up close.
You know, he was out in center. He can swing. He just stood out. He had a great summer last year. Dan, I was just impressed with his presence and how he carried himself.
Jonathan Mayo looks like a good one here.
Definitely. You take a look at the breakdown of his tools, and we're talking raw power and a ton of raw power. When he's on, it works. He's in rhythm. He just needs to go out and swing it the way he knows how and not tinker too much. I think that was where he got into a little bit of trouble over the summer. But other than that, this is a very special power bat.
The next pick is in. Let's find out. Back to the podium.
With the fifth selection, the Baltimore Orioles select
Dylan Cousins.
Considered the most consistent player on display, and this kid is just really super talented. And Jonathan Mayo, of the tools, the physical talent jumps off the screen.
He's going to hit anywhere. It really doesn't matter. He already knows how to leverage the baseball. There's going to be more power to come, but it's that bat that's really exciting.
He's got great instincts on the bases. I mean, to me, he's going to be an above-average right fielder with great instincts on the bases. I mean, you know, I think there's even going to be a better hit tool in there once he figures out how to shorten up a little bit. And
is this just best available player?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You take the best players on the board. That always works out.
Back after this.
Hey, what's tape? I solved this boat in half!
Yay!
Imagine everything you can do.
Wow. Does that surprise you?
Yeah, and I love it.
Welcome back to the MLB Draft, presented by T-Mobile. The Orioles, can you hit a home run here? Who will they add? The pick is officially in, and Commissioner Rob Manfred is about to tell us right now as we go to the podium on MLB Network.
With the sixth selection, the Baltimore Orioles select
Lawrence Bain.
Scouts feel he has some of the best command of any pitcher this guy could develop.
You can tell how much I like the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's plus fastball. He commands it. And for me, I don't see max effort at all in the delivery.
Just saying. Hey, he's a stud. I got a chance to meet him last year.
Al Leiter joins us. He's in Studio 42.
Lanky, tall, love the pick. He's already been upper 90s. You look for clean delivery. I look for flight on the baseball. It's a smooth, easy delivery. Ball comes out. It seems like I'm loving all these guys, but why not? They're mature. He's understanding of the analytics of where we are today. Like the pick. I do.
Up next, let's go to the podium once again. With the seventh pick,
the Baltimore Orioles select
Tyler Kolek.
Perfect pitcher's frame on some of the easiest velocity. Only 100 career innings pitched. Al Leiter, you watched a lot of game film on him. Do you walk away impressed?
I do, and just as you set it up, yeah, I like the way this looks. It does come out of his arm so smooth and easy. This is an easy 93 to 95. He touches 98. There's a lot of upside here. I think there's some learning to do. I think there's a lot of room here. I think an added deception, maybe get a little more hand movement, but with respect to what his arm comes out with and the fact that you have a guy that can throw a ball upwards of 98 miles an hour, there's a lot to work with him.
Who will they add to their cupboard? Next at number 8, Commissioner Rob Manfred has got the pick in, and let's go to him now for the breaking news.
With the eighth selection, the Baltimore Orioles select
Christian Fuentes.
You got to be fired up for this guy. And MLB.com ranked him the 6th overall player in this draft. Might have the best collection of tools of anyone that we're talking about tonight. He hit around 350, OPS just under 1,000, 18 steals in 62 games. Now, he's shown massive power in batting practice, but it hasn't translated into games yet.
Greg, this kid's a beast. The power's off the chart. This last summer, he did not run to first base over 3.9. He's got that kind of elite speed.
A talented player. Up next, 9. We'll find out which young player is going. Let's go back to the podium to find out.
With the ninth selection, the Baltimore Orioles select
Corey Black.
Throws a heater that can touch triple digits. He was moved into the starting rotation full-time in the spring, the 2.31 ERA.
I mean, I look at this. Reed Detmers, I was talking about a guy that threw 90-94, but there was some concern long on the backside. I don't see it that much, guys. What I see is this. 96, 97, 98. Big arm. Boom, I got you. This is a true three-pitch pitcher. Whippy, he's got the pitcher body, and I think his mind says, I'm an all-star, and I could win a Cy Young. I like this pick a lot.
Hard game. Hard game to predict.
But at some point, you have to make a decision and go, pitching is a necessity.
Yeah.
Pitching is a necessity.
If there's an arm out there right now, they want to go pitcher, I'm going Mick Abel. I'm sorry, it's a perfect fit for this.
Yeah, I like Detmer right here.
Oh, this is a fun game. I think Detmer would be my pick, too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
All right. You want to find out who they're taking?
We're about to find out.
Back to the commissioner we go.
With the 10th selection, the Baltimore Orioles select
Michael Peterson.
Putting up crazy numbers. 0.67 ERA, 40 strikeouts, two walks. Al, what am I missing here? Is this guy a future ace?
I think so, and I'll tell you why. Because he averaged 89-something miles per hour his first 2 years. Because when you look at it in this day and age with velocity, that's what we look at, right? But it doesn't mean he can't pitch. This guy is a pitcher. I believe everything about his repertoire. Check this out. His velocity went from 89-ish to 95, 94, 95 miles an hour.
We're going to wrap up an exciting night here in Studio 21 right after this on MLB Network.
Okay, so that was a lot of fun and a lot of work, so I hope you enjoyed it. Let's take a look at the rest of the draft class that we'll be going forward with. Okay, so we got to fill out a whole roster here, so let's run through the rest of our picks. Number 11, we have relief pitcher Evan Steele. 12, we took relief pitcher Evan Miller, so we're just filling out the relief core. 13, we took Eniel De Los Santos, starting pitcher. 14, we went after relief pitcher Colin McKee. 15, relief pitcher Alexander Guillen. 16, first baseman Frank Schwindel. 17, we took starting pitcher Dario Agrizal. 18, we took starting pitcher Daniel Camaranza. 19, we took outfielder Austin Dean. 20, we took starting pitcher Steve Colon. He was the last of our starting five. 21, we went with our first catcher, Jacob Travis. 22, we followed up with another catcher, Debbie Gruyen. Number 23, we got our second baseman, Ronald Torres. At 24, we took third baseman, Jonah Bride. 25, we went with a backup infielder, Keon Wong. And finally, number 26, we took our last player, backup infielder, Lucas Eric. Okay, so here's our God Squad. We'll see how they do when they take the field in 2021. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.